Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 2 Dresden to Chemnitz video. As you can see by the first screen here, we are going to be driving the Talent 2 from Dresden to, apologies for the pronunciation, Tharandt. Let's get the train set up, master key on, set that to forward, and we wait. But yeah, you may be wondering, hang on a second, I've got the route but I haven't got this train. Why is that? You need to have Riesa to Dresden to get the Talent 2, and it substitutes out for the DBBL 143 and the Dosto. So pretty much you can drive this much more modern thing to this. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Anyway, let's change the contrast now, 'cause it's quite dark, aren't they? Train lights on. Haven't got too long. Marker lights. And let's get the safety systems on. So CIFA, I don't know, we need that. Yeah, PZB bridging. Never really figured out what that is. I don't think it does a lot though. PZB, we'll get that on. Let's see, does it do anything? There's like no difference. Don't know. Well, we're just gonna keep that off for now. Yeah, we're in the Talent 2. Look at that, Tharandt. So I think you can see these services as AI on Riesa to Dresden. Obviously you can't drive them, as this is a separate route. The Dresden station itself, probably, I personally think this is busier than what it is in Riesa. I mean, look, almost all, I mean, if you get, this is 12:36, but if you're doing sort of rush hour time, pretty much all the platforms are full. It is brilliant. You've got freight trains going past at the same time as well. It's yeah, it's really, really good. There's another timetable by Mr. Burgess as well, who's done another excellent job on here. Let's get the doors shut, and we should be able to head out. So we're going to be calling at Dresden yeah, apologies for the pronunciation. Frital Potchapel, Frital Juben, Frital Hannisberg, Frital Hannisberg West, and then Tharandt at 57, so 20 minutes. Let's get going. I'm not going to do HUDless on this one. I can do HUDless now, but only on the fast services. I don't know all of the little stations along here. Haven't done any S-Bahn stuff yet. But at some point during this service I'll be able to do that. Hopefully. I can see MRC 182 up there. Oh no, that's, hang on, that's doing IC stuff. Look at that. Awesome. I think that might even be the one which goes into the Czech Republic, I think. Is it that changes over locos? Bit out of Dresden we go. Let's try and get a screenshot here. There you go, that'll do. Oh, that'll be better actually. See the station there. Cool, across we go. So yeah, coming out of Dresden, we go under the lines will take you over towards Dresden Neustadt as we go off to the left. See, I originally thought with this route you'd have to go this way out of Dresden, but now we go out this way. Cool. Got a double yellow, so we'll have to acknowledge that. So following something along, which will make it fun. Yeah, so we're have to be fairly careful coming out of here. Don't want to be getting any spads. Could be waiting for a freight service actually to cross the tracks into Dresden Neustadt, I think the yard's called. Might be waiting for that. See that? Yeah, the Talent 2, a lovely unit to drive. Originally was in, well, this is actually sort of one of the oldest trains in the game. We originally saw the Talent 2 with rapid transit. You might not have even ever heard, well, you might not have ever heard of rapid transit as a route. It's the Leipzig S-Bahn route, which goes from Mackelsburg, Gaschwitz to Dessau. It's a brilliant route. Really does give you that commuter feel. But yeah, that is the first time we saw this this unit. And then we saw the four-car DB red one, because the rapid transit one was a Mitteldeutschland one. This is a DB red one, which we saw the 4-coach one in the Conventional Fast Strecker. And then we got the 3-coach one again, but the DB red one on this DLC. Yeah, I reckon we're out for a freight service. That's all I can think of. It's got to be a freight service. Well, we come to a stop. We're not due in there until... Okay, we're actually due in that fairly soon. Let's request it. Just in case. No, okay, we can't. It's got to be a freight service. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a freight service. There it is there, going to the yard. So it's going to make us a little bit late, but it's all good. We wait. But yeah, how is everyone finding the route so far? I've heard quite a lot of the majority of people have said this is a brilliant route and possibly one of the best German routes we've got. But then pretty much with every release, it's like this is the best route. But it's true. I mean, every route, every route release, it gets better. Well, you do get the usual suspects moaning about DLC. I won't mention any names, but yeah, you get the usual ones complaining. Always usually whinging in the TSC. Right, that's going into there. Cool. Bit of a mix there on that freight train. And we should be able to go any second now. There we go. Let's go. Right, we can't go above 25 until we get past the signal. So I have to be careful. There we go. Let's unrestrict. And let's get a bit of speed on us. See on there it's flashing. I believe that means we can go up to 85. Yeah, cool. Well, up to 70 at the moment. As we come up to Dresden Ploren, or Plauen, however you pronounce it. Got a 143 in the yard there, as well as a 185. Which I've got, I believe every German DLC which comes onto this route, I've got it installed, so... yeah, we'll be able to see all the different substitutes and all that AI layers. But yeah, the only trains included with the route, you get 4 trains. You get the DBBR 143, I mean technically 5. You get the DBBR 612, which is sort of the highlight of the tilting train. You get the Deutsche Bundesbahn 363. You get the DBBR 143, which comes with the Doppelstock. Doppelstock has the cab car, so you can drive from either the loco end or the cab car end. And then you also get the Railpool 185.6, which is the freight locomotive. And here we are. But that's sort of the awesome thing about the German routes, is that because DB pretty much operate the whole, I think they do, the whole country's railway network, the stock can pretty much be ran anywhere. So say the DBBR 155 as a DLC for Riesa Ignored, but it can run on practically every single route. Because yeah, DB runs the whole entire of Germany's rail network. I think there's a couple of private operators. So you know, the trains are compatible on pretty much every route. That's sort of what we see in the Brighton main line on as a British route on the game. You get the class 166, the 66, the 375, obviously next gen PC only. You get the extra layers on there. That's sort of the closest you get to layers on there. Yeah, pretty much every German route you'll see more trains in terms of variety, because yeah, it's all sort of, I suppose, standard across the country. And there's the awesome thing about German routes. Right, we're going up to 80, which if you're in the 612 you could get up to 90 round here. But the Talent 2 unfortunately can't tilt, so we can't get up to that speed. Well, that's still fairly quick though. See that? Well, I think one of the main differences would be here, where for us it's 100. If you're in the tilting one, I think it's 120, so 20 kilometers more. Let's get that. 2.5 kilometers to Flatau Potschappel. There you go, it's going up. Should we get a flyby shot? Let's get a flyby shot. And there's a warning on that signal as well. You know what? Let's just tapping circle continuously. I want to get a nice shot here of the train coming through. Look at this. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, and you get a Dosto as well. Lovely. Brilliant. Almost at Flatau Potschappel. Yeah, this is an S3 service, which I think some of the S3 services continue on to Freiburg, which is 30 kilometers out of Dresden. But we're going slightly less. Let's start bringing the speed down. Here we are, Flatau Potschappel. I'm a couple minutes late due to the freight train incident. But that's not too major. It's not much of it. Well, it's not too busy of a route, so if you're running a few minutes late, you shouldn't be holding up another train. A bit like on the BML, where if you're running late, you'll see about 20 trains behind you. On this, there's 200 services around that, so you shouldn't hold up anything. So it's a bit more chilled out. The best way to compare this route to another route would be Riesa Nord and Main S-Bahn whacked into one route. Pretty much what this route is. This is sort of the Riesa Nord section, and sort of near Freiburg, that's what it sort of turns into Main S-Bahn. Yeah, mash those two routes together and you get this one. So very scenic, but also very challenging. Right, let's go 2 kilometers to Flatau Jubin. Let's get that up. A bit more than that. So I think we've got a few of these Flatau stops. We're due there now. Well, that's not happening. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stops. But they're all fairly close to one another. I think this one might even be the narrow gauge one, actually. So see the narrow gauge railway down to the right of us, which is always cool to see. And let's start bringing the speed down. So we've got a Dosto. No, that's a 612. There it goes. That's a double unit. Yeah, the single unit tends. The single unit seems to run the faster services, and the double stops at a few more stops. Not many more, sort of 2-3 more, but yeah, slightly slower. But I think when I'm doing S-Bahn services, I'll be in the Talent, as the 143 can be a bit of a struggle to drive at times. And here we are. Cool. Doors open. Can we do anything on here? Oh, it's automatic on this one, I think, so you can't. Oh, hello. Klingen Colmits. Okay, there are things you can click on here. As you do get the stops on here. What if I actually, can I set that as that? You can. Okay, so you can still, yeah, you can still do it manually. Well, let's get back up to Tharandt. That's weird because the list isn't actually really showing on there. That's interesting. Tharandt. There you go, Tharandt. There you go, so you can still do it. Let's get going. We're having a little bit late. So far, 900 meters. I think this is the narrow gauge one. So you get the fast line that goes off to the right there. There it is, there's the narrow gauge railway. Which is pretty cool to see. You get the narrow gauge coaches as well. And here we are. Pop that right down. Well, no, that's not. Oh no, we're alright. That's all good. All good. For a second I thought that was going to be quite bad, but no. That's not bad. So it's Hannesberg West after this, then Tharandt. Get the door shut. Let's get going. It's 1.4 kilometers to Hannesberg. I should show you there in 1 minute. I doubt it's going to be happening. Unless we go full whack. So, let's go full whack. Then the narrow gauge railway goes underneath us. I've actually seen where it goes. It goes... yeah, it goes under there and disappears. Or is it to, oh, there it is there. It's to the side of us. Okay, that's quite cool. Yeah, it's right there. So when does that go off then? That'd be quite cool to ride on that in real life. Yeah, still there, the narrow gauge railway. And it dips off here, I think. Or has it actually got a stop at? No, it goes off there. Well, that's quite cool. And it follows the river along. Brilliant. And we actually are arriving on time at Fletau, Hannesberg, or Heinsberg. We made up the time. Yeah, nice little service. They're about 20 minutes, these S-Bahn services, or they can be longer. This is one of the shorter ones. There we are. But yeah, if you do want to see the talent tool on this route, you must own Riesa Dresden. Which, if you're enjoying this DLC, I'm sure you'll enjoy Riesa Dresden, which, hence the name, is in the same place. Oh, that's good, doesn't it? Cool. And it is Tharandt next. And then after that, the grade gets crazy, and it's challenging. We're not even that far out. Yeah, pretty much from here, from Tharandt all the way up to Fleisburg, it's a proper challenge to try and keep the gradient, keep your speed, and see that. Got a warning board here for a 90, so acknowledge that. And we've also got a single yellow as well, which I'm guessing will be for the end. Yeah, we'll bring that down. Got 1000 Hertz magnet. I reckon the next signal probably is at the end of Tharandt platform. But I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to bring that down a bit more. That must be, mustn't it? 900 meters away. I doubt there'd be anything else in the way. But keeping an eye out. I could be wrong. Yeah, light must be at the end. Well, we're now coming into Tharandt. And I know I am saying that completely wrong, so I apologise to any German viewers. Or just anyone who knows how to pronounce it. I think it's like Tharandt or something like that. I don't think it's just Tharandt. Acknowledge that. Got the 500 Hertz magnet, so I want to come down to below 25. As we come into the final stop. But yeah, this is sort of at the foothills of the... I mean, look at the gradient going up. Well, actually you can't really see it. But yeah, pretty much after this station, the gradient gets pretty crazy. Up to that sort of 1 in 40. Which is, especially with freight, is very challenging. Wants me to stop here. There you go. Here we are. This is Tharandt, and that does conclude today's Train Sim World 2 video. I might actually do some of these off video. Actually, it was quite fun doing that. When's this one go back? Can't be long, can it? Dresden 13. Yeah, 4 minutes, and it's back, so it doesn't get long here. Well, that is going to be everyone for today's Train Sim World 2 video. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. You will find a link in the description to the Discord server, to the PayPal, and to the merch store if you do want to help support the channel. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I hopefully will see you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.